Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Joe. We are going to be reviewing Ergotron's HX Ultrawide mount monitor arm and the heavy duty tilt option because I have been using it for the last 4 months on my Samsung G9 Odyssey. Let's dive into it. The first feature I want to talk about with the Ergotron mount compared to the base stand is the vertical adjustability. This isn't exact, but it's pretty close. But I have the stand right here. It is pivoted up because you need to actually mount it, and then the resistance kind of keeps it straight. And this is about where it would be on the base stand. It only goes down, it cannot go higher. And so I'm gonna remove this and really show you the killer feature in my opinion, which is the vertical adjustability for actual ergonomics. So we're here, you can go lower, just like the base stand. I don't know why you would do this unless you only want space or just think the mount looks cool or something. But if you're gonna, if you use it like this, I don't know why you'd buy this mount. And so I like about 60 to 80% height. I'm gonna take this to 100. I can't get it any higher. And so this is too high for me, but that's how high we can get. I've measured it a couple times and it's around 26 centimeters of clearance here. So if you want to put something, you know, collectibles, maybe a laptop, statues, I don't know, whatever you put on your desk, then you definitely have a lot of space. And I do like how resistant it is. It really doesn't budge. Like I can slap it, you know, I'm putting some resistance. You can see the collectibles jiggling. So it's very sturdy. And that's probably one of the best features of this mount. If you watched my G9 monitor review, one of the things I said on the base stand is I had to look down. Not that dramatically, but it hurt over 8+ hours doing work, playing games, browsing the internet. So if you're wondering, hey, is this actually ergonomic for me? I would give you a big thumbs up if you're having problems with vertical adjustability on that base stand. So one of the next features that I think makes the mount worth it is the fact that you get so much space. I have right here a Corsair K95, which is a huge keyboard because of the macro keys, full keyboard, media keys, everything. And my mouse, this is a SteelSeries X XL, I think. It's just the RGB one. And I've measured this. This is my tape measure. I had it in my last scene too. This is about 81 centimeters or like 31 inches. So it's a lot of space. And I know that my desk is clean and you see all this beautiful wood, but in reality I put a bunch of papers, documents, USBs, and I just want to show, you know, there's a lot of space. I can fit my head under the monitor, you know, it's big. So one of the features I want to dive into is the tilt. This is better on the Ergotron than it is the base stand, but I don't use it to the extremes that this monitor mount can go to. So this is what I normally have it at. It's about straight on, maybe a little lower angle-wise. So high it can go all the way at the top. It's a little tricky to get it all the way low. That's as low as it goes. But I'd say the average person is gonna have it like this if you're like me. The next thing I want to go into on the Ergotron mount is its rotation. So it's only about 10 to 15 degrees. I don't know the exact specs. I don't use this very often, but I just want to show you it. So you'll see, you know, you get some decent rotation, but I don't know why you would really need it, because when are you ever really cranking your neck like that? But it does exist if you want to use it. Another thing that you can do with the mount, which is pretty common, is you can pull it closer to you and push it farther away from you. As you'll see, I can't push it farther away from me. It's up against the wall, so I can't get the monitor much farther away from my head other than kind of doing this, which I do and it works. But just keep in mind, if you're like me and have it up against a wall, you need to be mindful of where you place the mount and how centered it is, because it changes when you do this. So I'm gonna pull it out. I really don't do this because I don't need it this close. I have it kind of at the perfect range up against the wall. There we go. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard just because there's so much tension and it's heavy. But so like you can pop this forward or backward. If you have room, you could move this and rotate it pretty easily. I have a lot of tension on it because I just don't use it that often. But keep in mind, this is making me have to sit more to the right, because when you have these curved monitors, you have to sit in the center. Otherwise, it just won't look quite right and you'll get weird reflections. But I do want to show you, you can do it. This is an IKEA Galant. I can't remember which one it is. It's one of the old ones they don't make anymore. But it is a sturdy desk. So if you have like particle board or a really lightweight desk, there is no way this will work. It's too heavy. I would be very scared that your desk would break. So how it actually functions and when you set it up, there's this black piece that you put that comes with the original G9, and then they give you this black piece, and this is the heavy duty tilt where the seam is, because it comes with a different attachment, but this is the big boy, the heavy duty one. You get this little plate, you get these screws, and you attach them into your monitor. And the instructions for the most part are clear, but they do have a YouTube video. This is for just moving the monitor left and right, and it works pretty well. It has some resistance when I do it on the left, but I can pull it to the right pretty easily. And so, I mean, you have a ton. It's almost 180 degrees. You use this to tighten the resistance of the height adjustment, which is only on the top piece. And then you also have some cable management. You can see these included white elastic strands, as well as there's cable management here. I'm terrible at cable management, so I just didn't use it. And then the bottom piece does not have adjustment. Like this piece does not move. This piece does, and you can see the seam. And then the base from on top is right here. And then underneath, let's see if I can show you. You'll see there's these 3 screws. 2 look the same, and 1 looks different in the center. The 2, if I remember right, on the sides are what actually secure the heavy-duty tilt mount together. Like the heavy-duty tilt attaches there, like those are permanent. They don't rotate. It's not tension. It's just that's securing it. So it's pretty sturdy, and I really like that. But I just wanted to show you, because it's hard to really visualize, you know, how does this thing get put together? How do I put it together? And it's just, since you have to throw it to the side and you can't adjust this as much, just be aware that you can't put the mount dead center on your desk. Underneath the mount, when you're setting this up, this is what it looks like. Sorry for the angles, I'm just holding it. And you just turn it and it secures. It's pretty standard. I remember having to put this in. The instructions were, for the most part, clear, but they also have a pretty useful YouTube video for some of this stuff too. I just wanted to show you actually under the desk. This is pretty standard if you've never done a mount. This isn't that hard. It just requires you to get under the desk. And if you got any value from this video so far, please like and subscribe. I'm going to go into my final thoughts and kind of the justification of my purchase personally. I showed you and mentioned some of the features I use and don't use. I like the vertical adjustment. It helps me with my neck because sometimes, you know, I sit like this. Right now I'm sitting kind of straight. Sometimes I slouch a little. Sometimes I'll even do this. So I like that I can adjust it up and down depending on how I feel, because you don't really just like sit in worker mode, you know? And the vertical adjustment's great for that. I do like the space. You can see, you know, it's aesthetically pleasing. The stand is as well, or the monitor arm as well. And it's nice to have that space to put documents, USBs, the things that I like, because I work at a messy desk. It's just kind of clean now because I don't want you to see what a slob I am. So there's that. And the main issue with the solution is this monitor is already expensive. It is a $1,500 monitor. So now you got to buy, in essence, a $400 monitor arm, and it's crazy. So if you're on a budget, it's really not worth it. You can adjust your chair, you can adjust your desk, you can make the stand work. It's not the worst thing in the world that it comes with. But if you do have the money to spare, it doesn't break the budget, and you have any ergonomic problems with your neck, then the mount is absolutely worth it. That's really the true selling point. The space is a bonus for me. That's what I care about. But in terms of ergonomics, this blows the original stand out of the water. I mean, that's why they call it Ergotron. I don't know. So really appreciate you stopping by the channel. Hope to make some new content weekly. And again, if this was valuable, if you liked the video, like, subscribe, comment. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for stopping by.